Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of EETV where we strive to bring you everything in entertainment. Hopefully you are enjoying the Rippaverses. Isom #1, I surely am, and I just want to bring you a little more content about this comic. Today's video will talk about the unanswered questions from Isom issue #1. Now if you remember, Avery Silman's assistant, the gentleman pictured here in this panel with the red flannel shirt, you see that he's surprised by something, and he probably hears a sound. He draws out a pistol and then he enters inside the building. We don't see anything else from that individual at all for the rest of the issue. And it got to me wondering, was there someone keeping an eye on Isom that was possibly one of his ranch hands to see that he stayed out of the superhero game? I think that's the case. I don't know who yet because I didn't see enough information in issue #1 to speculate, but it just makes issue #1 a little bit more of a mystery. Another thing that stood out, Avery Silman, aka Isom, his niece, noticed that every time that he picked her up, even though she's a little bit older now, his muscles never strained at all every time that he picked her up. So she noticed that he was really strong, and Avery even says to his sister, that girl's too smart for her own good. So possibly is she an X-Ep as well, and her power is intelligence? That could be. Or she just could be a really observant child that just has above average intelligence, but we will see. Another thing that we could be answered in issue #2 is maybe the further evolution of the characters. Norfrika, the individuals that I stated that were from both Norse and African mythology, and they seem to be the gods of both Norse mythology and African mythology, to see how they fit more into the game. Also, we can see what Jasmine is really up to and why she doesn't want help from Isom. When he showed up inquiring about her, she just left after he was focused more on stopping his friend. I think that whatever she's involved with goes much further than we think it goes. I think they're involved in something that may be involving the United States government when it comes to Isom, and will get involved many X-Eps. And the reason why I'm speculating this is because we got introduced to Yara in the first issue. Why was she there? You saw her show up. You know, the cops said they were open fire on her, and she responded, yeah, I'm sure that you will. And the cops, you know, fearing for their safety and the safety of the public, they made sure to notify Alpha Corps to quell the threat of Yara. You know, what was happening that she was trying to stop? Another thing that I've noticed is, now we've only seen these 4 individuals, and the 4 individuals that I'm speaking of is Yara and the 3 members of Alpha Corps. We've only seen all 4 of those individuals in issue #1 so far. So for Alpha Corps, we've only seen that the individuals have flight, super strength. For Yara, we've seen that she has flight, super strength, and she has also an energy projection ability. We also saw that she will be returning soon within a comic, and we saw her not in this issue. In this issue, she was just wearing her workout clothes, but inside Isom #1, when they said Yara will return and she was wearing her costume looks to me like battle wear from ancient Amazonians. You know, if you've seen Xena Warrior Princess and some of the Amazonians depicted in different animations or drawings, her costume can be reminiscent of that. So it makes me to believe, is she a goddess that can be associated with North Africa, and maybe she's a Norse god? Or is she an X-Ep with extraordinary power? I mean, time will tell. We'll be able to find out, but her costume seems to stand out to me. Seems like her costume is a mixture between ancient battle wear with a little bit of today's flair, and it makes me to believe that maybe Yara might be older than what we think that she is. She might be immortal. I'm just speculating and throwing out there because these are the things that I've noticed. Well, tell me what you think. We should start a conversation in the comment section. And the reason why is because, like I said before in my previous video, when's the last time you got in on like the first issue of a new comic book and we can speculate about what's going to happen, what's not going to happen, what has already happened? It's just nice to be able to do that. You know, with the other properties that are already out there, it's only so far that we can go because they have to adhere to the mythos. We are seeing a new mythos created right before us, so we can see how it's going to turn out and how are all these characters that we met so far, what role are they going to play in this big story, because it's going to be one big universe. So I'm interested to see what may happen. Also, I'm really interested to see what Avery Silman's old high school friend, what is he into that has Jasmine so speak? I think it's more than just some high level organized crime going on here. Like I said earlier in the video, I think it's something that goes all the way to the top that may involve the United States government and other governments, and we're going to see other accepts and gods involved, and I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, they left a good cliffhanger to see what's going on, and I'm interested to see how everything is going to be further connected in issue number 2. Well, once again, as always, I thank you for spending your time with this channel, and we have more content on the way. You can find us on Instagram, everything_entertainment TV. We're also on Facebook. I thank you once again. Please, let's start a conversation in the comment section. And one of my new videos that I'll be coming out with is I'm going to read the comment section the way I always do, and I'm going to make videos on the comments and give credit to the various content creators and YouTube channels that make good comments that I think that might happen in various properties, and we're going to make videos out of those comments, highlighting the individual who made said comments. So I'm looking forward to more interaction between all of you, and I thank you once again. Take care, everybody. I'll see you on the next one.